What's up you guys, my name is Greg Dearman and this is a tutorial video that's been requested a lot recently, which is say adding new pipes or front plates to bikes in Blender. So the example I'll be using is this CRF 2012 I believe. Now they've requested a new front plate on it. So the first thing I want to do is to append the last one. So I don't want the handguard one because that's a pain to get rid of. So it imports and it's hidden at the moment. So just find it in here, select the little eye tool, unhide it. Once selected, you can see I can't move it. These options don't do anything. And that's because it's been locked. So you select each one, you can just click and drag and it will unlock all of them, or lock all of them depending on which one it was on. So that's that sorted. So the first thing you want to do is put it in edit mode using the tab key on your keyboard. Okay, so now you can see that the dots can be selected and moved. Now the easiest thing to do is press C on your keyboard for the circular select tool, scroll down towards the palm of your hand depending on your up and down to make it bigger, or the other way to make it smaller, and just paint everything slightly. It doesn't have to be ridiculously accurate. I'll show you why in a second. So get a lot of the details for it. So get pretty much all that you need, and then using the control key on your keyboard, press L, which will select any linked polygon to it. So then you can just press the delete key on your keyboard, then vertices. So that's pretty much just the plate left. So one thing when you've got the smaller bits like this, if you press Z on your keyboard, it goes to the wireframe mode, and then you select both sides of everything super quickly. Just Z to get back out of it again. Selected them stupidly. It's best for this when it's on small bits because sometimes they're part of they're a little bit different sometimes, so it's good to be careful. Like for this bit, for example, just did that. It doesn't select this top bit. It selects a lot of it, so select that bit again. Control L, selected. That, highlight that, and highlight that. Done. Delete. It's still got this tiny little panel bit here. Select that. You can also hold the control key and then right click and then control L to select things as well. Delete those. Now there's a tiny bit left in there. Not sure what that bit's for, but it's there. Okay, then the last bit is this bit, the triple clamps. Now one thing that you might find easier when doing this is if you select, for example, like the front plate, and then press C, get like the front bit, Control L. Now if you press H on your keyboard, it hides the polygons, which are the little dots. You can hide that as well. So if you just go into C, select it all quickly, delete, gone. Then just do Alt H. So simple. There we go. I've got just the plate, and the origin has not changed. So now I can move this. Come down to about here. I think looks about right. Doesn't look wide enough, but you get the point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this bit now, which is the main fork upper. Now you can actually hide this from here, so I'm going to call this new fork upper, so I know what it is. Don't need to worry about all the hidden ones. So then I can hide that. Now if I select this one and go into tab mode, same again, select this bit, delete that bit. You just need to select the full front plate, just delete as necessary. So just select this bit, and select this bit. Boom, done. That's the front plate gone. to there, and if we unhide the new fork upper, there is what it looks like with the Sycra front plate. That's not in far enough. There we go. That'll do. Just pop it up a little bit. There we go. Now the best thing to do. So when you merge the two, make sure that this bit here, so this one's called UV text, this one's UV map. Now the UV mapping is this, which is what you'll see in Photoshop or whatever program you use. Just press A to select everything. Now if these two aren't the same, then it'll come up as two different bits and it won't be on the same UV map. So the best thing to do is just rename everything. I'd change it to just UV, because I don't have to remember an extension at all. As it came from 100, it should be in the same place, but can change as necessary. Now the origin is a little off, so select this one and then that one. Joins the two. But be aware, is as they've got different ones, it will go to the second one. So if I did Control Join, it will have gone to the green bit, which is the Sycra bit. So select the Sycra one first, and then select the old one, and then Control J. Perfect. And now this is all one thing, and you'll see that it is all on one UV map, and that's it done. Keep the materials as well, just because it's convenient. Put in smooth mode, so it looks better. Okay, so then to join those, it's just Control and then J on your keyboard. Now that's selected, you want to export the UV map. Okay, so you just select A on your keyboard, that'll unselect everything, then you press A again, everything's selected. And then so down here you see UVs, and then export new layout. Just put it on my desktop, so just call it Sycra UV. Export UV layout. Under UV mapping, see this little button here. Then if I just go to my desktop, find it here, which will show you the picture with the UV mapping on the top. As you can see, it takes up part of this. So what you do, this, so unselect that, which is just Shift and C, so it's kind of like unselecting that. If you just move this over to where that is, so you know it will fit, and then Control L on that, select those, Control L on that, and if you use the scale tool, which is S, you can shrink it down, just fit it into what is previously already there. So A, new, and then set this as 2048, 2048, simple. Got that again, and then UVs, export UV layout, go back to Photoshop, close that, don't need it, file, open, if we open Sycra, so duplicate layer, move that onto there, move that onto here, and put on the top. Unless you want to change it, then you can just merge the group. There you can just move. Shrink it down. Doesn't need to be that big. Doesn't need to be particularly square either. Whatever floats your boat. That's that bit sorted. And then this bit, select that again. Just shrink it to fit the UV space. And done. Now if we move that away, you get your Sycra Honda, and that's it. Front plate's on there, so the last thing you need to do is export the JM file. Control A, rotation and scale, to make sure it's this size. File, export, MX Simulator JM, show it on your desktop. Go to Sycra UV, whatever you like, you can change your layer. Done. Now the same thing for the pipe. It's going to hide that, hide that, hide that, so I don't need it. I'll be using the RS4D that Ryan Vickers made, so just import that, frame 01, there we go, it's got the RS4D on it. Just Control L, and then select all, Control L. Now, to get this away from it, so you just press P on your keyboard and by selection. That's it. Delete. Don't need the rest of that. You've still got your pipe. I'm going to set the origin to geometry, so it's going to be onto this, just so I can scale it easier. Okay, so if we just move this up and select on the frame, pipe, Control L, delete, vertices gone, and then this little tube here, Control L, delete, gone. Circle as well, Control L, delete, gone. And then move the pipe down. Once again, make sure that says UV, and again make sure that says UV. Just to make sure it's the same, select that one first, and select that, Control J, and there we go, sorted. Select all, and then you've got it all on your UV map. Now, the problem with the pipe is it's not in the right place, so select it again, select that little bit again, and Control L. Now, you might want to select A on your UV mapping, move it away, open from the desktop, this again. Now you can see it's got a Yoshimura pipe on there already, so if we just move this back across and then scale it so it will fit where it needs to be, so scale it down a little bit more, there we go, done. So then once again, tab, so Control A to select everything, UVs, export UV layout, so file, open, RS4D UV, duplicate layer, put that onto there, don't need the Psycho UV map anymore, don't need this anymore, there we go, that's got that on there as well. Just drag and drop it on. If you put the UV maps on top, then you can see where you are. Hold shift and you'll keep the size correct. Move it down a little bit. So that's your texture done. Hide the UV map, and that's your skin done. And then the other JMs, so for the fork lower and the swing arm will still be the same. Just Control A, rotation scale, file, export, MXME JM, and that's it. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.